you can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home, but now we have big microphones, so you can relax. That's the name of our podcast. Hello, welcome to Relax the Podcast. I'm Colleen Ballinger.
That's correct.
And this is Erik Stockland sitting next to me.
Thank you for saying that. It's so nice of you.
You're welcome. If you're watching, you might notice Erik's got blonde hair today. You might also notice we're wearing really cool outfits.
Yeah.
We're finally doing it, guys. We're finally wearing what we wore in high school. We've talked about doing this for so many weeks, but we had to, keep postponing it because we were in Vegas and we were in Santa Barbara and we're just always just somewhere. But we've been wanting to do an episode where we were dressed like how we dressed in high school for a very long time.
I don't know that we've been wanting to. I think we just said that we would.
I've been excited
and
about it.
then committed to getting those outfits.
Mm-hmm.
And now looking at you,
mm-hmm.
and looking at me here, on a little screen,
mm-hmm.
I feel like what a pair. I feel like we would have dated in high school.
Absolutely not.
Whoa, really?
No way. You
Why?
never would have dated me.
I totally would have.
No, you would have bullied me probably.
No, I don't think so. I don't think
I don't think you would have dated me. I don't think you would have dated me.
I would have.
You wouldn't have known I existed. I lived in the choir room and theater, and that was it. No one saw me in school unless you were in choir with me or in theater.
Of a choir room in my days, but many a theater rooms. I feel like we would have bumped into each other. I feel like we would have. What do you mean?
No, not a chance.
We always talk about how we wish we knew each other sooner, and we were soulmates. And
true. I think if we grew up together,
now married and have children, if I met you in high school, I would have been like, "What's up with these bracelets?" That would have been my end.
That would have been it. You would have made fun of me for these bracelets.
Not making fun of you. I would have made fun of you a little bit, but in the for the purpose of flirting and getting to know you.
That's not how to flirt.
We've already established I'm a good flirter.
Being mean to a girl is not flirting. Ladies, do you hear me? If a boy's mean to you, that's not nice flirting. That's a red flag. I feel like
you're being self-conscious then, because me asking about your bracelets wasn't bullying you about them.
You just said you would.
Inquiring.
You just said it's on video. It's in the recording. You said you would make fun of me.
No.
You just said it. Rewind the tape. Anyway, we're just like how we would dress in high school is how we're dressed today. And we're back in our podcast room, which we haven't been here with good equipment in so many weeks. It's good to be back. We're happy to be here. But let's dive into these outfits, shall we?
Let's go.
Do you want to go first?
Whoever needs to relax, we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that in a minute. First, let's talk about outfits. I'll go first. Okay, yeah, you want to go first?
Only because the wig is itchy, but no, you go first.
Okay. Well, then you should go first if your wig is itchy. Go for it. And go. Scene. Why are you wearing a blonde wig?
Well, because in that photo of me in my sophomore year of high school, my hair is bleached.
Mm-hmm.
This is,
but very short.
Mind you, shorter. Yeah,
much shorter.
I couldn't find a short.
Why are we not
wig.
Cutting this hair right now to be really short hair?
I don't know where the scissors are, but you're welcome to, because it's not my hair and I don't care.
Okay, I'm probably gonna do that.
But I had done that, and mind you, before Eminem. It was like a year later.
You were the person who invented bleaching hair.
No, I am not, because it certainly existed in that product store in the mall. It wasn't Spencer's, but it was only
Hot Topic?
It wasn't Hot Topic either, but it was only LA Looks gels and hair products. And there was a self-bleaching kit that I think was just a packet. You would get taco seasoning, but it was to bleach your hair. And I remember buying it at the mall and disapproving nods from my parents, but nobody stopped me.
Mm-hmm. How old were you?
14.
Wow.
But I don't know if they didn't stop me, but yeah, that's pretty nice. Maybe helped along the way. I don't know. Yeah. I remember it burning. I remember
I've always heard that.
It burning a lot. And then my hair was orange, not blonde, Right. Not like this. This is great.
But you did it before Eminem.
This is Eminem, I wish, yeah.
Eminem did it because of you.
I'm not saying he did it because of me. It was just strange that I was doing this thing, because I would shave my own head and then bleach it blonde. And then a year later, Eminem was the thing.
He must have seen you do it.
Anytime anybody did that, they were like, "Oh, Eminem," but I was before.
It seems like
For the record.
this has affected you.
Can I take it off now because it's very itchy?
Sure, but it seems like it's really affected you that people thought you were copying Eminem. That 30 years later,
it didn't affect me. I love Eminem actually. Like it's funny. I went to a Warped tour. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I've heard this story. Yeah.
I don't think I've said this on the podcast.
No, I'm saying please tell it. Yeah, I'm saying that I know.
But I went to like a Warped tour when I was in junior high. And I think like Blink 182 was like the headliner. It's like a skateboard. It was like a skateboard kind of influenced culture, like music festival. And there was a little side stage where there was this white rapper who had giant inflatable mushrooms on stage with him. And there was 20 people watching. I'm not even kidding. And I was one of the 20 because I was like, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Eminem. Before like anything from him had ever been released. Like he literally threw out cassette tapes to the audience.
That's so cool.
From his hand. And I caught one. Imagine if I still had it. I do not.
Why didn't you keep that?
Where would I keep it? I don't know. I did keep it. I don't know where it went now.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
crazy.
It's somewhere in my parents' house.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so I did that. And then it was kind of, I remember in that photo, it was kind of a green polo shirt. So is
that something you'd wear often, a green polo? Or just a polo shirt?
It's just what I had in that high school picture. So I just tried to find a facsimile of that.
But is that something you'd wear often, like polo shirts? Like what was your like classic go-to outfit in high school?
Well, I guess it was picture day. And so that was like fancy. But I think it was normally like band t-shirts, I would say. But I couldn't even afford those. So no, like maybe it was. Just like whatever was handed to me down.
Mm-hmm.
And the hemp necklace with the bead was a matter of prestige. Like this was like fancy.
Yeah.
Like, this is.
You look very fancy
Tiffany's,
right now.
To me back then. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Is it cool? Does it
so
look
cool
now?
Yeah, it looks really cool.
It feels horrible.
Yeah, hemp doesn't feel good on the skin usually.
It's like a plant stem.
Yeah.
As a necklace. Like that's not comfortable.
No. But it looks cool. You look neat.
And then I'm wearing jean jorts that are certainly below the knee that I found. Mm-hmm. And these would have been so cool to have back then because we have one cargo pocket. On the other side, carpenter, got to hang, like maybe I'm hanging a hammer there. Yeah. Any like nails I got to pull or put in. I don't know. Pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Belt is a seat belt. Mm-hmm. Checkered, of course. You can get the sound of me clipping it in. Thanks. And then I'm wearing Pumas because Pumas were like a cool thing when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. And I had a pair of the Puma shoes.
You look awesome. You look very 90s.
I have so much stuff in here. Look at this. That's like a gallon pocket. Yeah. Let's just start stuffing stuff in there. Bracelets. Some batteries. Chapstick.
For the listener, he's putting things in his pocket.
Cell phone. I could keep going for 2 years and still be stuffing stuff in that pocket. Not the cargo pockets of today. I feel like I see teens wearing. I feel like they're non-functional cargo pockets. They're more like
I think they probably are functional.
Yeah?
Maybe I don't know.
You keeping stuff in there?
I don't know. I know my sister did. My sister always wore cargo pants growing up, and she would always stuff them full of lots of stuff. But
that's why you needed the belt, the seat belt buckle belt, is because all the stuff in your cargo pockets weighing those shorts down.
Well, you're wearing those shorts.
You're looking at me like you got questions.
I do. Your shorts are worn much higher than I remember boys wearing them in the 90s.
Oh yeah, sorry. They should be. You're forgetting we have microphones. They should be. Who, me?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need the audio of just me pulling my pants down. Yeah, they would be down to here. Do we need to do this for the podcast?
No, you're the one who's standing up doing it. I'm not. You're asking me as though it's me doing it.
I don't want to. I don't.
Yeah, maybe
I've
don't
shown my
show
ass
your
enough. I feel
anus
like
on the podcast.
I don't need to do it more now.
But yeah, normally those pants would be way further down. But yes, this outfit is fabulous. You look great, love. You look very great.
Thanks. You don't think we would have hooked up in high school?
I didn't hook up with anyone in high school.
I didn't mean to hook up like that. I just mean like hook up.
No, we would not.
Why?
You would
never.
Wouldn't
like me.
No, you would never have been. You wouldn't have even known I existed. Guaranteed. Wouldn't have known I existed. But I also did not hook up with anybody in high school.
You're looking at me like there's not a chance.
Not a chance.
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't have a chance if I was interested.
You wouldn't have been interested. There's not a chance you would have been interested.
I was gonna take all this stuff out of my cargo pocket. I don't think this is doing it for you.
This outfit?
Yeah, I don't think you're into it.
No. Well, I mean, I don't think anyone would be into the outfits we're wearing right now in 2022.
Confirmed.
But back then, well, no one would have been into my outfit. So this is. Can I talk about what I'm wearing?
Please. Now on to you. Let's talk about what you're wearing.
So we'll start at the top of my head because the other day I tested out a hairstyle.
Yes.
For this episode. And it was painful and hard to get out.
Yeah,
of my
where
hair.
are the elastics?
So just did my classic, like what I'm wearing today on my hair is how I literally did my hair every single day. But what I had in my hair the other day was a bunch of tiny little rubber elastics that the best way to describe it is like a spider web of hair on my head. I use like 1,000 little tiny rubber elastics and would make little tiny ponytails and then split the ponytails in half and then connect ponytails with more elastics until it like made like a weird web on the top of my head.
I think my reaction to it was you look like it's a medical condition.
Yes.
Like it didn't look like a style, but rather like a doctor had put that on you for medical reasons.
Right. So back then, I had these little rubber bands because I had braces. And when you have braces, you get little orthodontic rubber bands. And I would use those to do my hair. And that was very cool back then. But now it's getting kind of cool. Like Y2K fashion is in right now with these Gen Zers. And so they're very inspired.
What do you mean Y2K fashion? Is that what they call it?
Yeah. Go on to any clothing store website and they'll have like a Y2K section. And I'm not kidding.
Like when we all thought the internet
was going to explode
the earth. Would explode the earth.
Yeah.
They call that.
It's like Y2K fashion. Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's more catchy than like 90s
or 2000s. It's not 90s is not in, it's 2000s.
So they can't say 2000s, so they say Y2K.
Yeah, they say Y2K. So anyway.
How dumb we were.
This Y2K fashion is coming back or whatever. And so I see all these girls using tiny rubber elastics to do tiny braids or like tiny ponytails and stuff. Mm-hmm. And because you can buy these tiny rubber elastics for your hair now. But back then, if you could, I didn't know about it. So girls would use their braces rubber bands to do their hair.
They'd have to take them from their orthodontist.
Yeah, that's what we did. And so I did my hair with them the other day, but I bought the elastics at the store and I was like, oh, great, I can wear this for the podcast. But it took so long to put in, which was fine. I would have done it again. But to get them out,
surely painful.
I cut out. You can't pull them out. You have to cut them out. And I heard somewhere that you could like burn them with a curling iron and it would like burn them plastic off. And I tried that and I swear to you, plastic burnt into my hair. And I was like, nope. So then I got scissors out and I cut out so many chunks of my own hair. I was like, I'm not doing this again.
You have so much in common with our cats.
I'd say that's true, I guess.
Well, just in the sense that they always get matted and need their fur cut out.
Yeah. So my hair wasn't matted though. It was fashion, Lovey.
Oh, okay.
Learn about it. Fashion is different than mats in your hair. Anyway, so that was what my hair is. But and I learned about this hairstyle, from my best friend growing up, Teeny. The first time I ever met her was at like a choir class, and I was 11 and she was 13, I think. And her hair was like that. And I walked in, I thought it was the coolest looking hair I'd ever seen in my life. And so then I started doing it. But what I'm wearing today is my hair is split down the middle. For the listener. So I'm letting you know, split down the middle. And I just did 2 braids on the top of my head that go to a high bun. And I wear my hair in a bun every day in high school because I was insecure about my frizzy hair. And so I always had my hair just pulled up in a bun, like a couple braids or with those like rubber bands. And what's
the other thing that could happen if you didn't?
If I didn't what?
If there was no bun, what would have happened?
2 French braids.
Okay, but if not too, but what are you avoiding? Like it would just be your.
That my hair, people would see my frizzy hair down, and I didn't like my hair.
Frizzy? What do you mean frizzy? Like it was just big, like big hair?
Yeah, like frizzy, wavy, curly hair. I didn't like my hair then. Yeah, I didn't like my hair, and I didn't know how to style it, so I would just put it up in a bun to avoid people making fun of it. Do I what?
Now know how to.
I straighten my hair, as you've seen daily. But sometimes I'll have it curly. I don't know. It's hair.
So no, you don't.
I don't what?
Know how.
Know how to do my hair? What are you talking about? I do my hair. Yeah. Okay. What do you mean?
You just seem so confident about it then and now.
About I don't
How to style your hair.
I
don't know.
it.
I struggle with it too. I don't know.
No, but like I do my hair every day. What do you? You're asking if I know how to take care of my frizzy hair, but like it's straight every day. I straighten it every day.
Sometimes it's not, and you.
Yeah, sometimes it's curly. Is this? What was the question?
It's a good. I don't know. It's just good conversation.
Oh, okay, yeah,
yeah.
I just have. Yes.
I stumped you, I guess.
Sometimes style my hair now. But I was very insecure about how frizzy and wave my hair. So I'd always throw it up in a bun or something.
Did somebody say something to make you feel that way? Or
yeah.
Whoa.
I don't remember who. I just remember a lot of people.
That was you remember who.
No,
the way you immediately
really
were
don't.
like, yeah.
No, the yeah was like people made fun of me for my hair.
What would they say?
That it looked like pubic hair, it was frizzy or.
Really?
Yeah. There were kids once at I was thinking
What's
about this
name?
today. I literally don't remember.
Now? What are they doing?
I don't know. I don't know any of them. But it was like a bunch of people would say stuff like that. Like whenever I had my hair down, I would get.
I feel like this is what Facebook is for. So you know where those people that made fun of your frizzy hair.
But I don't remember who said it.
How awful their lives are now.
Because it was like, no, I don't care. But I do remember one time I was at a pizza parlor where there was like arcade games, and I was like sitting pretending to play an arcade game.
Rusty's?
No. That's a pizza place in Santa Barbara, by the way.
Sorry.
But it wasn't Rusty's. It was this other pizza place. And I didn't have quarters to play the game. So I was just like pretending. Like I was just like at the thing, like pretending to play a game.
You sound like me and Flynn the first time
game?
I took him to an arcade because he doesn't really know like the difference between like the starting screen and how much money it takes.
So I was doing that once, and I remember this group of like young kids like pointing at me and laughing at me. And I was like,
strangers.
Yeah.
Just strangers being like, look at pube head over there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Whoa. Eric's numbling me. He's just throwing
I'm trying to put
bracelets at me.
Your raver bracelets
I haven't even got to that part yet.
We'll get to it.
So I was like, why are they? And they're like pointing at me and pointing at my hair and stuff and like laughing. And I like was like, what are they talking about? Like, why are they making fun of me? Okay, whatever. And then I got back to the table and I told my mom that like someone was making fun of me and like laughing at me like these kids were. And she looked at my hair and they're like spitballs in my hair. Like these kids had like wadded up. I don't know if kids still do this, but back then, like
spitballs.
Yeah, spitballs was like a thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Let's shoot them at
my hair. Like they were just
there?
they were just shooting him at my hair.
So, and you're just like, I thought you'd be there with friends, but you just go back to the table with your mom.
You're so mean. You would have been the one throwing spitballs at my head.
I wouldn't have been.
But yeah, I was really sad about that.
I certainly wouldn't have been.
But yeah, spitballs, they're like, is that what they're called?
Sure.
I don't remember what those things are called. It was like you would take the wrapper of a straw, chew on it and get it all spitty, and then put it in a straw and like dart blow it at people. And it
kind of explains itself.
So gross. Anyway, so I got my hair. Me and my hair have been through a journey. It's cool to like have curly hair and like love your hair, but like back in the day, in the early 2000s, in the 90s,
I love your hair, curly or straight. I'm so sorry that happened.
It's all good. It's fine now. I know how to straighten it. But anyway, so that's why my hair is always like this. Moving on. I'd always wear some sort of t-shirt that had to do with like the shows I was in or the choir, like an honor choir t-shirts and like musical t-shirts. And so today I'm wearing Waitress because I don't know where any of my high school shirts are because I can't find them. But Waitress is a musical that I was in. So I feel like this counts. I'm wearing a big puffy, like this is kind of like a flannelly jacket. It's really puffy.
Well, we had those t-shirts made for our shows in high school, but we wouldn't wear them.
Why do you own them then?
Because it would be like uncool to, I feel like, to wear. You want the t-shirt as a collectible.
But do you see how you're just continuously proving my point that you would have never liked me in high school?
I would have.
Because every single aspect of what I'm talking about, my outfit, you have made fun of. And you're trying to make me believe that you would have liked me in high school.
Wearing the t-shirt of the show that you were in or like are in or were in is like, it's kind of like wearing the t-shirt of the band you're going to see in concert. Like,
I do that.
It's just like a no-no.
No, I wear Ariana Grande t-shirts when I go to see Ariana Grande. I wear Miley Cyrus clothes when I went to see Miley Cyrus. Of course people wear Miranda shirts when they come to Miranda shows.
I see your point.
How's this not cool?
Well, I was going to punk shows or rock, like when I was at that age.
Yeah,
like,
this is musical.
You weren't supposed to
wear
the t-shirt of the band you're going to see. Like that was like
says who?
It was just like a rule.
It's a dumb rule that makes no sense. See,
I guess that's what spitballs are for.
You would bully me for wearing shirts of the show I was in, but I would bully you for not wearing the clothes of the band you're going to. Why not?
I'm not going to wear like Our Town, Sound of Music.
Why not? You should be proud that you were in the show.
Yeah. I still have some of them in our closet.
You should wear them.
Some of my Shakespeare t-shirts. Yeah.
See, wear them. They're cool. So I'd always wear.
Yeah, you're right. I wish I'd wear.
But then the jacket. I found this jacket that I really liked at a thrift store that was really big and brown, and it was corduroy and really puffy and like just some like random old man jacket. And I wore that every day, like a big baggy jacket. And flares, which I'm wearing flares right now, but I wore the ultra low rise or extreme low rise flares were my go-to. And I didn't get those because I couldn't find extreme low rise.
Jeans used to be so low.
They used to be, and they're going to be low again.
Like
they're already there.
Like the hips don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was like lying going on underneath because they would go so low, I feel.
Well, now they're doing that again. Low rise is coming back. Oh, big time, yeah.
I thought we were high rising now.
No, high rise is going out. Well, I will only do high rise, but the low rise ones are coming back big time.
But it's circular, all of this, right? So it goes back.
I'm sure it will, yeah.
So can we just stay where we're at now?
No, it'll keep changing.
Like slim taper?
No, Y2K is like in. It's so funny because I remember
so we can't wear, certainly not skinny jeans, but just like a taper is fine?
I don't know what's in. Look what I wore in high school. I don't know. You think I know what's in fashion now?
No, I don't. I do not.
So this is our high school outfits. And no, I do not think we would have dated. And I do not think you would have thought I was cool. Just based on just wearing this outfit and how much you have to say about it.
Would you have gone for me, though?
No, I didn't go for anybody. I never went after anybody. I was not.
But I'm saying I would have gone. I totally would have asked you out.
You would have only made fun of me. I know you would not have asked me out.
I would have asked you out to that arcade. I would have been like going there with you and your mom.
No.
Totally would have.
No, you wouldn't have.
Why won't you let me?
You wouldn't have.
You would have said no.
I would have said yes, but you wouldn't have done it is the point.
I would have.
Okay.
It seems like you would have said no.
It wouldn't have happened. It's like it's a pretend
happening.
scenario. It's like not a real.
It's literally happened. We're in our home.
I always say like there's so much wasted time. Oh, I forgot the best part of my outfit, my bracelets.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing these like neon colored bracelets filled with glitter water and like these thin little bracelets. Like I wore these every day in high school. These were like my thing. I don't know why I loved these, but I did. And I wore them all the time. So that's my outfit.
Kids in my high school that wore these bracelets, it was to signify that they went to raves.
I didn't go to raves.
A very specific dance. Do you know what that is?
No.
They did a thing with their hands where they would go, where their hands would like wave.
And they wore these bracelets?
And it was like a very big, and they very baggy, like the baggiest of baggy pants that you can imagine.
I did not do
these
that.
Bracelets, and then they would do.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I never did that.
I think it was some sort of rave.
I didn't rave.
Culture thing.
Wasn't my thing. Not me.
Are you
just
sure?
Just a theater kid, just a choir kid.
Just really into neon
I do have
bracelets?
to say, the only other hairstyle I would wear in high school was curlers. Because if I was in a show and I curled my hair, which I always did, no matter what the show, no matter what the time period or era of the show, I always curled my hair in ringlets every show, no matter what it was, no matter what the character was. I was always
What do you mean? So you'd wear them all day to school?
Of course.
So it was like to show that you were in the show?
Yes, of course.
So it's like if somebody like so on like the lacrosse team, we would wear our jerseys to school on the day of a game. You're wearing curlers in your hair to be like, I'm in the show tonight.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say anything unless someone was like, why are you curling your hair? I'd be like, oh, I'm in
Pirates of
Penzance.
Yeah.
So I'd always
Oklahoma.
just to like brag about it. When curling irons definitely existed and I easily could have just curled my hair with a curling iron.
Are those like the foam things with the plastic and you roll your... Is there heat?
Yes, no. Okay. The ones I used were curling rods that were like, they're like a long rod with wire in them. And they're like a foam and you roll it up and then you curl them, like you like bend them on themselves. So they were like, it was like your hair was full of like thick worms.
I can picture it. And you would wear this
to all my classes.
To all your classes. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I don't think I would have asked you.
I know you wouldn't have. I'm glad you're admitting it.
I don't think.
It wouldn't have happened.
That on top of it all, I don't think.
You wouldn't have. Yeah, no, not a chance. And shoes, I'm not wearing them, but I would have worn All Stars like Chuck's. Just black or I had lavender ones I really liked.
What if we went out? What if we went out for the same play in high school? Like, you know what I mean? And we got cast as
You didn't do
love
plays in high
interests.
school.
I did.
I thought you didn't do it till college.
I did more so in college, but I kept getting asked by English teachers to do plays in junior high and high school. Yeah, I did. Sorry that bores you so much. But what if we were in a play together in high school and we were love interests?
Wouldn't have happened.
Why?
Because I wouldn't have gotten a love interest with you.
What do you mean?
It would.
What do you mean?
It wouldn't have happened.
You wouldn't.
Because
you wouldn't
in the shows that I was in, you wouldn't have gotten the parts I was opposite of. You would have gotten a different part.
Okay.
It's true.
Name some roles you got in high school.
I got Mabel in Pirates of Penzance. You would have been the Pirate King in that show for sure.
Okay.
You would not have been Frederick. Not that you know these roles.
I don't.
In Les Mis, I feel like you would be Angelos or whatever that is. That how you say it? Angelos? On what's his name? How come I can't say it?
Is that the one that Russell Crowe played? Or Hugh Jackman?
No, that's
Hugh Jackman.
Javert.
Who was Hugh Jackman?
24601. He's Jean Valjean.
Not me?
No.
You're giving me another role?
No. You would be that.
More of an actor's role. Okay. Not a singer's part, but more of a.
In high school?
I don't know.
I mean, you have a pretty young face. I don't see you playing Javert or Jean Valjean. I feel
it's
like
hard
you'd be
when they do the old makeup
Angelos,
in high school
or whatever
theater.
his name is. Am I saying it wrong? Why is my brain thinking it's Angelos, but then when I say it out loud, I'm like, that's not the name. I don't know. Everyone who loves musical theater is screaming at me. But Marius is the part that plays opposite Cosette, which is what I played, and you would not have been Marius. You could do it, but it just I feel like there are better roles for you in the show.
You do not have confidence in me.
No, these are the other roles I'm saying for you are better suited.
Name
for
another show.
Those are the only two shows I got leads in, and Anything Goes, ... in Outer Space. I was in ensemble. I had one line. And you would have been a lead in that.
You didn't have a character name?
No, I was in the ensemble.
Just like a space trash can?
No, I wasn't even that. I wish. That would have been cool. It was like, we were like, the show was like in outer space and we were on a spaceship.
Yeah, you told
me about the show. But there were aliens and there were like spaceship ladies who were like the, what do you call it? The flight attendants of the spaceship.
And they let you go to Scotland for that? For your one line? That's so cool.
And I was like, just like I was just a passenger on the ship. Like I wasn't even something cool. Like I was just like literally a passenger.
That's pretty cool.
And what else was I in?
There are no small parts.
No, that's correct. There are no small parts. So yeah, no, you would not have ever played opposite me in the shows I was in, at least. I don't think. Yeah. So no, I don't think we would have dated. You've seen me walk around school.
What about college? Like if you auditioned for Romeo and Juliet, who would you get? I
wouldn't have auditioned for Romeo and Juliet probably, and I would definitely not get Juliet. And I don't know any other roles in that show.
Great Juliet.
I don't know any other roles in the show.
Well, the nurse.
Maybe I'd be the nurse.
The apothecary.
I don't know.
Tybalt.
Because you were
Mercutio?
Romeo. You were Romeo, right?
I was, yeah.
Yeah. So, what else were you in that we could have played opposite each other?
All of it.
Like what?
Our Town.
I don't know Our Town.
George Gibbs, and you could have been what's her name? Emily.
I don't know the show.
We could have been standing on ladders with no set, talking to each other from across the ladders.
I don't know. What about?
I feel like
How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
Yeah, Rosemary.
Mm-hmm.
And I was you could be Rosemary, and I could be J. Pierpont Finch.
Yeah, there we go.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, but see, in college, I wouldn't have gone for you. Not because you're not awesome.
I'm not. Yeah, I feel like
not because you're not awesome. Because you're the coolest person in the universe. I would have been like in love with you, but not been able to date you because I only would have gone for like a super duper Christian. I think.
I'm not feeling too confident in our relationship after this.
I am.
I'm literally like I would have been. I totally would have like as nerdy as you could possibly been. Like looking at you right now into your eyes, like I would have known and loved you then. And same in college. And you're looking at me like, no, not a chance. Never.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have happened. But that's not to be mean. It's just I'm being honest.
Oh, and I'm lying?
Yes.
Oh.
But here's the thing. This is what I think.
I don't think so, though.
Yes. But here, listen. This is what I think. I think that we're soulmates and we're supposed to be together for our whole lives. And I'm really mad we didn't meet sooner, like a million years ago. And this is what I think. I think that we were supposed to grow up together. Like I always envision us when I say like, oh, I wish I had known you sooner. I think about like we grew up down the street from each other and would ride our bikes to each other's houses. And we were like best friends until we understood what a crush was. And then we'd have a crush on each other and then we'd be together forever. Because I think if we'd met in high school, it wouldn't have happened.
I
if
feel
we
like
met in college, it wouldn't have happened. But see, if we had met as kids and we were just like best friends always, and then like as soon as you could have a crush, we had a crush and then we were just together forever. Then we would have been
but then it would have been like a total
That's
like
what I wish.
My Girl scenario, and then I would have been Macaulay Culkin in that, and I would get stung by a bunch of bees and die.
Why does it have to be that exact scenario?
I don't know. That's what I pictured when you were telling me that we were growing up. I just pictured me getting stung by bees.
That's a horrible thing to think.
It's terrible. You wouldn't even give me a chance, though.
I would have given you a chance, but
I wouldn't hit you with spitballs.
Envisioned.
I definitely wouldn't have hit you with spitballs.
I know you wouldn't have done that. Did you ever hit anyone with spitballs?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. You're kind of smiling a little bit.
No, we smiled because I know we would do them at the ceiling of the classroom. And we would also...
You would do it in the classrorum?
Yeah, at the ceiling. But we would also do this thing.
The teachers have to clean that up. There's no budget for them. They're like...
Well, yeah, certainly now I feel horrible. All of it. And I really wouldn't do spitballs. What I would do is...
you have a single ball.
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of them.
Dangling from
it's
your
just
ear.
a wig. Don't worry. But we would do this thing because, the ceilings in classrooms are all the same with sharpened pencils. Where if you throw a sharpened pencil, it would like stick into the ceiling.
And then they fall down and hit someone in the head.
They're not falling down and hitting anybody. It was just like getting them stuck up there. I remember that was a big thing.
Yeah. I never did that.
Anyways, anyone listening now is in high school. Whatever you're wearing, you're going to think is ridiculous in a few years. But don't. Who cares? It's
because it all comes back around. People are wearing flares now.
Flares I'm uncomfortable with this. I'm going to keep it on though.
I bet those are in right now. I bet hemp.
I don't think these are, but I think like the chain ball. The other version of this that I would wear was like the chain ball one. It's just like aluminum.
Yeah.
Balls. Mm-hmm. They would like click in.
Those are popular. Well, are you okay? Did you just throw up a little bit? I think you might have just.
I just threw up on the inside.
The
way you can yawn into the inside of your body. Eric got so mad at me
earlier. I have to tell this. Okay, so.
What?
You got so mad at me earlier today. And then we're going to say hi to our sponsor really quick. But it just made me think when you just kind of almost threw up onto the microphone just now. Earlier today, Eric was in the pool with Flynn. And he said, hey, we don't have any towels. Can you grab us a towel?
Oh, yeah.
So I grabbed them towels and I threw them over to them. And Eric picks up a towel and uses it. And this is the same towel he'd used earlier to like on pet stuff. Like it was like to get up pets.
The night before
he'd used it. So it had like pet stuff that you get the odor of pet stuff out of like couches and carpets.
There was a pet stain on our couch.
So he was getting that up.
So I sprayed it thoroughly with this pet chemical.
Yeah.
And then vigorously rubbed it with his towel.
I didn't know this. And he didn't know this because we have lots of towels and they all look the same. So he didn't know this. I didn't know this. I just saw a towel. I assumed it was from when they went in the pool earlier. So I was like, oh, they can just use this towel.
You didn't go for a clean towel.
So no, because you guys were just dabbing dry.
You're like, here's a towel on the couch.
I just assumed it was from like the pool the day before. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. So anyway, Eric puts it to his face, I guess, and he starts drying his face, but then inhales this like poison chemical.
Yeah, I aggressively dried my face with this towel, thinking refreshness.
So and then So anyway, I'm just going to tell my side of this. So you can explain how terrible it was. But
I just want to walk away. I'm like, how can you not be on my side of this?
Okay, so
like, how do you have another position?
He said, can you get me a towel? So I get him a towel and I walk away because I'm like with the babies. He's in the pool with Flynn. And then he's like, Levy. And I come out. He's like, I need you to get me a different towel. And he was like really serious. And I was like, oh, why? And he's like, the towel that you gave us, I had used to clean up some pet stain. And so it was covered in chemicals, whatever. He explained it to me. And he's like, and I used it on my face and it smelled so bad. And I ingested it and I threw up. And yeah, you did. And I said, I gasped because I felt so terrible. I was like, you threw up? And then you stared at me so angry because you knew like you had lied and you didn't throw up, but you were mad that I challenged it.
It wasn't that. It was that you challenged it. I'm literally, because
I was shocked you threw up. I said, you threw up?
No, that's not what you were. You were like, you threw up. Like you didn't believe me. You were never going to believe me. What happened was I dried my fist with the towel and inhaled and my body responded with like just convulsions. So much so like, I'm standing there next to Flynn. I had to dive. I immediately dived back into the pool to like get it off because I realized what has happened. And then I was dry heaving into the pool in front of our son. And that's when I was like, love, I needed like I was like just dry heaving. And he's like, what's wrong, daddy?
Yeah.
And then you come out and I'm like, explain what happened. And you're like, oh yeah.
That's not what I did.
Oh, you need a new towel.
That's not what happened.
That's literally what you did.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
You're crazy.
You come across as crazy.
You said
and mean. You're the bully. You're shooting spitballs now. Now we're older and you're the one snapping my bracelets and shooting spitballs. You just made up a story that
didn't happen. You said.
You're a bully.
You said, you won't even let me say it because you know I'm not lying. You said, I threw up. And I said, you threw up. And then you just stared back.
I didn't actually throw up. I dry heaved.
So mad that I said, you threw up.
It wasn't like what I can do. It's like, oh, you're like you're trying to poke holes in my story. I
was concerned because I was like, you threw up in the pool.
You were not concerned.
Yes, I
was. You were the opposite of concerned.
Yes, I was.
You were a skeptic.
You threw, in my head.
I was in trauma and you were being skeptical.
In my mind, you threw up in the pool in front of our son and now there's throw up in the pool and you both are still in the pool and are you okay? Did you inhale poison? What's going on? Did Flynn have any of it? My brain was going crazy. So after you finish your story and you're like, and then I threw up. I was like, you threw up and you just... it was silent. The loudest silence I've ever heard for 10 seconds as you glared at me so angry that I repeated the sentence you had said. You threw up? You were so mad. And I was like, oh, I guess he didn't throw up. I guess I was supposed to know he didn't when he said he did. But then I was like, I'll get you a towel right away. And I got you new towels. But it was actually, you said there's a fresh towel in the bathroom. And I went and there wasn't. But there was a very old Christmas hand towel.
It was a holiday hand towel, yes.
That I threw to you.
Sorry, it's hard when I take our son in the pool to dry myself off and him and get back inside when I forget towels. And also then I ask for one and it's filled with chemicals and it makes me dry heave into the pool to ask for another one.
You just should have said I was dry heaving. Then there would have been no discussion. I would have gotten you a new towel.
No, I get it.
The fact that you said I threw up, I was like, oh my God, you threw up.
Hey, is this what you need? You're right. Sorry, I said throw up when it was only dry heaving, just spit up and spittle. Sorry, I should have said that.
No, you can say
that would have been more direct and clear to you.
It was just so funny that you were so mad at me.
And would have sent the messages to your brain to oh, he needs a different towel, better than for you to then question and mock me as I do it. You're right.
I didn't mock you. I just said you threw up.
Who's the sponsor, love?
Let's say thanks to our first sponsor.
Is it Zocdoc?
It is Zocdoc.
Maybe they have something for my...
Throw up? Before you book any brunch, you pour over lists and lists of reviews, don't ya? So why not do the same thing when you're booking a doctor's appointment? With Zocdoc, you can see verified, real patient reviews to help find the right doctor in your network and in your neighborhood. After all, finding the right doctor is just as, if not more, important than finding the right place that has a great Eggs Benedict. Right, Lovey?
I was going to say Eggs Benedict.
An Eggs Benny. You love an Eggs Benny.
Croque monsieur.
That's like your favorite breakfast.
Yeah.
And mine too, honestly, but it's just hard to find a good one.
Hollandaise sauce is key. And
so delicious.
Sometimes they skimp on that.
Well, guys, Zocdoc is awesome. We want to tell you all about
Zocdoc. You're saying Zocdoc, right?
Yes.
Z-O-C doc. Yeah, I'm just making sure.
Did I say something else?
No, just...
Did I sound like I said something
just trying
different?
To be clear with the spelling.
Zocdoc.
There you go.
Not Sockdoc.
Yeah, it's not Zocdoc.
Zocdoc. Zocdoc is a free app that shows you doctors who are patient reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them. Erik was just talking about how he uses Zocdoc.
Yeah, true story. We got an email that they were going to sponsor an episode of our podcast. And then I needed a physical from a primary care physician because it had been a while and I didn't have one. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, how do I find this? And then it literally in my mind was like, oh, Zocdoc. That's how. And then I did. Yeah. And then I got a physical.
Well, there you go.
I'm not going to upload the results to this podcast.
Not on this episode. Stay tuned for on Zocdoc. You can find every specialist under the sun. Whether you're trying to straighten those teeth, fix an achy back, get that mole checked out, or anything else, Zocdoc has you covered. Zocdoc's mobile app is as easy as ordering a ride to a restaurant or getting delivery to your house. You search, find, and book doctors with a few taps. Find and review local doctors, real verified patient reviews from real people who made real appointments, like Erik Stocklin.
I never liked the word mole.
I hate that word.
It's such I feel like that's like my main trauma from childhood is that I can't even say it. I had beauty
well,
marks.
it's
Have
Austin
beauty marks.
Powers ruined it for everyone. The mole thing is like, because then everyone started doing that.
But that was even before. That was after my time.
Yeah,
I feel
true.
like that
Me
was
too.
later.
I'm a mole lady,
But I
and
was
it's
like,
the same thing.
I feel like mole is not what they should be called.
I agree. Not a fan.
Like, there should be a prettier word for it.
Well, Zocdoc can't fix your problems with the word mole, but they can do a lot of other things. Now, when you walk into
therapists on there.
When you walk into your doctor's office, you're all set to see someone in your network who gets you. Go to Zocdoc.com, find the doctor that is right for you, and book an appointment, in person or remotely, that works for your schedule. Every month, millions of people use Zocdoc, and we are 2 of them, because now I'm going to use it after you, since it worked.
Check out those
It's
moles.
our go-to whenever we need to find and book a quality doctor. Go to Zocdoc.com/relax and download the Zocdoc app for free. Then start your search for a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/relax. Zocdoc.com/relax. Yeah, Zocdoc. What a great place. Now, I have to say something here, Lovey.
Yes.
I think you're going to sing a song, but before we get to the
surprise
beautiful joys of your incredible singings, I know we should have said that earlier. I forgot, but we just got so into our outfits.
It's been a while.
I just want to point out, I feel like we can't do an episode.
You're going to talk about poop?
No, shockingly.
Because we have a good story. I know, but let's not tell it.
We're not going to.
We have such a good poop story.
No, we're not telling that. But
next episode.
I just feel like I can't not bring up what's going on in the world because we're posting an episode of our podcast. This is the first time we've recorded a podcast since because I feel like, we didn't have an episode last week.
Yeah.
Since Roe v. Wade got overturned.
If there was any question of who should relax.
Yeah, it's the Supreme
certain members
Court.
of our Supreme Court.
Because we didn't do a who should relax today. We just started talking about our outfits right away.
You're right. We didn't.
So we're not going to dive into that right now.
Pretty
just
obvious.
Because if we dove into this right now, we would be talking about this for 3 hours and cry and be upset. But just know I can't not say anything because I feel like if we don't say anything, all the comments will be like, whoa, they just ignored that. And I feel like if anyone has a platform right now, they really should be talking about it if they can.
We're not ignoring it in our house.
Yeah, certainly not. I mean, I've been doing as much research on all of this as I can and trying to understand why on earth this decision could possibly be made. And it's devastating for our country. It's devastating for women and people who can get pregnant. And I'm really scared for the future of what's going to happen to anyone who gets pregnant and people who don't get pregnant. This affects so many people. I mean, I said I wasn't going to get into it and here I go, but like, I can't even, there's so many medications that are used for abortions that people use for other things. And now they can't get access to their medications in some states. So anyway, know that we are not ignoring it out of fear of what people would think. Like, we are very devastated by the overturning of Roe v. Wade. And I think a lot of women are going to be very, very hurt. And I think people are
certainly not. No, I was just having fun with you talking. Like,
yeah. But
no, we didn't. We kind of skipped that part.
If you guys want to know our full thoughts and opinions on this, we can certainly dive into that in an episode. I have very intense thoughts and feelings about it. And this is not, if you don't feel the same way as us, just know that this isn't coming from 2 people who just like have always felt this way. And this is just, just liberals, whatever, blah, blah. Like, I very much felt the opposite way my whole life. So like, this is coming from someone who I very much always believed that abortion was wrong and bad. And then later in life, once I became an adult and started learning about women's health care and what goes into something like that, I changed my views once I learned a lot more about it. So I've been on both sides of it. Just so you know, this isn't so I could talk about this for a long time is what I'm trying to say. Like, I can see it from both perspectives. I understand both sides, but
one side is wrong.
Yes.
Okay, good. Oh, Jesus Christ.
No,
Okay.
it's not. But that's like, I think that's a harsh way to say it. I just think For me, in my position, when I believed the other direction, like when I believed it was wrong and bad, and all abortion was just like, it was just murdering babies is what I thought. It wasn't because I was a bad person. It wasn't because I was
guess
like
it's not
evil and mean
to anything for me to say that.
Yeah,
which is so strange to my brain.
It was because in my brain, I thought this was murdering babies. And of course that's wrong if you phrase it like that. Of course that's bad and wrong. So like that, anyway, we're not getting into this right now, but
very limited perspective.
Now that with all that I know now, I see it a lot differently. And as someone who has been pregnant 3 times, and what I went through being pregnant and with birth and seeing how scary that can be and how serious that can be and how painful emotionally, mentally, physically, everything, how horrible that can be.
And it happened later.
Yeah.
And some other circumstance.
And how I wanted to be pregnant and I was able to be pregnant and was able to have children. And that's the choice that we made, was to have babies. Just imagining being in that scenario of being pregnant and how depressed I was and how miserable I was and how much in pain I was and how much I hated it. Imagining if I was forced to be pregnant instead of wanting to be pregnant, I don't know what the outcome would have been for me. And like, so it's just really scary for me to imagine that for other women. Anyway, I've said 800 times, I'm not getting into it right now, but this is what happens when I talk about it. I just never shut up because I'm very passionate about it. But now I just feel like I'm talking about it scattered, which is probably not good.
No, we need to say who needs to relax this week. It's those.
Yeah. So anyway, we can talk about our feelings and our thoughts on it if you guys want us to next time, or we can steer clear of it. But I felt like we couldn't just not say anything. It's such a big part of our country right now and a big part of what's going on. And it's been a big part of what has been affecting me personally, emotionally, and that and my son is teething and he's very sad and not sleeping.
Yeah, and we have a daughter. It's her fucking body.
Yeah.
Choice.
Yeah. So anyway, that's something that's going on in the world that is not fun. And I hope that I'm very hopeful for the future that enough people will rally together and hope to kindly educate others and help people to see their side of things, and like we can fix this. Hopefully, I'm trying to be hopeful. But anyway, who needs to relax? Did you say you wanted to tell a poop story? Did you want to talk about who needs to relax?
No.
Should we talk more about that? We can. I don't know that. I mean, I wasn't planning on talking about it today because
it's all we've talked about for 2 weeks personally. So if this is our date night.
Yeah, I just didn't want to not say anything and make it look like we were avoiding it or something, you know?
No, I didn't even think of it until...
Yeah. But anyway...
seems pretty obvious to anyone I would be friends with or want listening to this or care
I will say
about.
That something that has helped us through like the last couple of weeks have been hard for many reasons. We've had that's been going on, and then our Wesley is teething and it's been brutal, way worse than Flynn's teething ever was. Like no sleep, screaming 24/7 has been really hard. And also a big life decision moment thing happened for us. We've been in the process of trying to find a new house, and we won't get into that, but we thought we did. And then we were potentially going to be moving in a couple of weeks, and then that all fell through. So it's been like a hectic, crazy, stressful, intense couple of weeks. But something that has helped us through it is our awesome kids and Flynn, and how funny and wonderful and awesome he is. And it inspired you to write a song.
Oh, this is you leading me in. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Our kid is the best. And he surprises and amazes me every day with his humor and talents and intelligence. And I think me and you have a habit of making things into songs. Like we like it's something we do with each other and to our kids all the time when we're together, independently from each other. We'll sing to them. We'll like kind of make up songs. And it's not something you think will like, or you don't know will make an impression, or that then they'll start doing it. Certainly not at the age of 3. In any case, Flynn now will pick up a ukulele, not because he knows it's a ukulele, he thinks it's a guitar, but it's his size guitar. and he'll just bang away at it. Doesn't matter. No chords, no, you know what I mean? He's not doing a riff. It's just making noise, and that noise is perfect to him. And then he'll just start singing a song, usually observational. Yeah, a lot of like the lyrics will come from things he can see in his direct sight line. Like it'll be a song about a lamp because there's a lamp in front of him, or a camera or a window. And he did this, and he's done this before where I was like, that's great. That's a song. You know what I mean? And I can't remember which one it was that I did on this podcast, but it was like instantly I was like, that's it. That's the song. What was it?
I don't know.
What was that one? But in any case, he did this. He did it again the other day. And me and you will watch it now, just so there is time for if anyone's listening to watch it.
Okay.
Okay.
Once upon a time, Daddy was an excavator. And once upon a time, Mommy was an excavator.
Woo! High five in it. Loud one. Yes.
He's perfect.
Just the perfect human. So he just played that, and then he went to play with you, I think, and I was just like, I gotta figure that out. I gotta finish that. It was like stuck in my head. And so here's my version, albeit my humble version, not as good as my 3-year-old son's of that.
Oh, the size tag is still on my flares.
How embarrassing. Isn't that the worst when you find the size tag? Okay. So you heard Flynn's. Now you have to hear mine. Sorry.
I'm so excited.
Sorry, Mama.
I'm so excited.
Once upon a time, Daddy was an excavator. Once upon a time, Mama was an excavator. These two digging machines move the dirt of their dreams, digging holes in the world through the homes of the worms of the earth. Once upon a time, Wesley was an excavator. Once upon a time, Maisie was an excavator. Little digging machines will move the earth of their dreams, digging holes in the earth through the homes of the worms of the world. You just think I'm digging a hole. You just think I'm digging a hole. No one respects me. Roll their eyes when they see I'm at work. Sorry, there's only one lane. Who's to blame? Guess you should have used Waze. Someday you will see it's my dirt masterpiece. It's a playground, it's a high school, it's a highway, it's a pet store, it's a Dunkin' Donuts. Once upon a time, baby was an excavator. Yeah, once upon a time, baby was an excavator.
So good. Have you played this for Flynn? Did Flynn love it?
Yeah, he loves it. Yeah.
I didn't see you play it for Flynn. We got to do a rock.
I messed up a couple parts.
Where'd you mess up? You want to do it again?
Something about worms and world, and I don't know.
You want to do it again?
Yeah, but there no. But there. It's funny. There was. So you only heard him sing that, but he was singing it to me for an hour.
Aww.
So most of the lyrics are all informed because he was like, it was in the clip you heard, it was Daddy and Mama, but he'd also then had added Wesley and Maisie and something about worms and their homes. He didn't say anything about Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, you played it for me a couple nights ago once, and it was stuck in my head the entire next day.
Well, I don't know if this will be stuck in anyone's heads.
It will. It's so good, and it sounds good on your voice. Like the placement of it, it sounds like a rock song. Like
I'm trying to do it. It sounded to me like some sort of like Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
thing,
it's so good.
Oh, once upon a time.
Yeah.
Amazing was an excavator.
You know what I'm thinking? Like people have asked a lot of. Now that I'm doing live shows, we have I do meet and greets.
Oh, once upon a time.
And people ask questions at the meet and greets. And
see you later. Yeah.
And a lot of people have asked, people ask questions about Relax. And some people have been like, are you guys going to do an album? And I've always been like, that's crazy. But now listening to this, I'm like, maybe we should like put all the songs you've written together
I don't
and
know
sold
how
like an album.
I don't know like the time it would take to find, because they're not like marked or anything. Like it would be an extreme effort.
Well, we would record them.
We would re-record them.
Yeah, like fancy pants and like put them on iTunes.
I feel like I've certainly done at least 12 at this point, right?
I don't know.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, someone tell us how many we've done.
You have a new song that you were kind enough to ask me like help you with, and we've been playing together, that I think is so great that you're going to add to your live show. Mm-hmm. You're not going to play it here. It's going to certainly it's going to be like a main channel.
I want to post it on my main channel, but I haven't. I'm it's not done yet, but I could do like the first part of it.
You will? Really?
Sure. That's how we'll end this episode. But I'll just do the first like part of it. I won't do the whole thing.
I think it's so great. And I think the idea is so great. And you're going to do it in your live show, which is next going to be in?
I'll be in Canada when this episode comes out.
Canada?
Yeah.
Could you be more specific?
Winnipeg. And Edmonton. And Vancouver. And what am I forgetting? Calgary. Mm-hmm. And then I'll be in New Haven, your hometown. And then Boston.
Guess who else is going to be the New Haven one?
You.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. And all your buddies, hopefully, from your hometown. But yeah, I could try to play the beginning of it. Yeah, Boston.
After that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would love to. Yeah. If you can you send us out?
Yeah,
of
sure.
This episode with you playing music, so I'm not.
Here, I don't know if this uke is tuned. I can see if this ukulele is tuned. Give me a second here. Erik's going to join me on this one. So this is the world premiere of just the first little bit of a song that I started writing and haven't finished yet. So let's see how this goes.
Give the setup.
Oh, so it's basically just, I've seen memes and stuff in the past of like things that my toddler was mad about today. And it's like, I didn't cut the crust off the peanut butter and jelly right, or, stuff like that. And Flynn is a sweetheart, perfect angel face, really good at expressing his emotions, very communicative. But, like all of us, he sometimes gets very upset about things.
Sensitive.
That, might seem irrational to others, but to him, it's the world. And so I wrote a song about the things that upset Flynn sometimes. And Flynn loves this song, by the way. He thinks it's hysterical. He's like, Mommy, plays that. Anyway, he like laughs so hard at it. Anyway.
You're not going to play the whole thing.
I think just the beginning.
Just a little tease.
Yeah, just a little tease. Okay, here we go. These are the things that made my toddler cry today. Oh, these are the things that made him sob uncontrollably. We went to the beach, but there was too much sand. My bad. I told him we aren't supposed to lick the cat. Now he's so sad. Pooping in the potty, the freckle on his heel. I breathed too loud, oatmeal. He got a tiny drop of water near his eye. I didn't scream, oh my gosh, when a forklift drove by. These are the things that made my toddler cry today. Oh, these are the things that made him sob uncontrollably. Perfectly normal things to cry about. Oh, he's still going. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna do, I think. I'll do the rest another time. You still going? You still going?
Thanks for listening. Everybody.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We hope that you're happy and healthy and safe.
And happy.
And happy.
And healthy and safe.
And healthy and safe. We love you. Thanks for listening and supporting us. You guys are amazing. And we'll see you next time. These are the things that made my toddler cry today. Oh, these are the things that made him sob uncontrollably. Ooh, ooh. Peace out. You can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home, but now we have big microphones. So you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.